Oxfordshire had two sizable Roman settlements: Dorchester on Thames, where we are now in the south of the county, and Alchester in the north, that was probably known as Alvana to the Romans. Between them there was a Roman road, and today we're going to run that Roman road as far as we can. So about 100 metres south of the modern day village of Dorchester on Thames, this is a very strategic spot. It's where the river Tame meets the river Isis to form the Thamesis, or the Thames as it's known. Behind me are the Iron Age fortifications of the original settlement of Dorchester on Thames. In the hills the other side of the river, you can see behind me, there's a Bronze Age hill fort. And then on this side behind me we've got a mid-20th century World War II complex, which just shows how much of a strategic this point was. And this is also the start of the Roman road. So let's get going. So this is exactly what we're looking for. We've got this flat surface about 4 meters wide. We've got a drainage ditch on one side. We've got a drainage ditch in the other. This is it. This is the original Roman road. It's now an old footpath. This is what we're going to follow. Let's keep going. So Dorchester, where we've come from, started out as a civilian settlement and became Romanified and had a military presence over time. Alchester, where we're going to, that was founded as a legionary fort, one of the main forts for the Roman invasion of Britain, and over time that developed a civilian settlement and became what's now the modern town of Bicester. And here, Berensfield, this was a World War II airfield that in the post-war period had a town built on it and has now become entirely civilian. So settlements can change from military to civilian or civilian to military and back again over time, which I think is fascinating. Let's keep going. So our road just crested the Baldens. We've got this lovely downhill slope. Behind me we've got the marshy bowl where the Thames splits into 100 different streams and joins the Cherwell River. It's now the site of modern Oxford. Didn't exist in Roman times, it would have just been marshes. Our Roman road keeps firmly to the eastern slopes above the modern day Oxford. I've no doubt at the time those marshes were inhabited with some pretty strange obsessive types, so our Romans steer well clear of them, as well shall we. Let's keep going. So we've now hit the outskirts of Oxford. It's quite funny that through this modern housing estate there actually runs a Roman road, if you know where to look for it. So we come to the end of the path. It's now blocked by an industrial estate that we're going to have to take a detour around. But even in Roman times, this was also an industrial landscape. So just behind me here was a Roman pottery, and like the light industrial units we've got here, there would have been a factory where pots were made on the road, where the public could come and buy them and transport them. Because the pottery that was made in these parts was actually famous throughout the Roman Empire, throughout the 3rd and 4th century. And parts from Headington and Oxfordshire have been found throughout Northern Europe. So this has always been industrial. Anyway, let's keep going. So not more than half a mile from here, a piece of pottery was found marked Tamisabugus Fecit. That Tamisabugus made this, and these two words tell us so much. Fecit is Latin for made this, and Tamisabugus is a name. It's a male name. I think it's someone who's closely associated with the pottery industry, possibly a potter himself. Tamisabugus was literate. The inscription is in the cursive Latin of everyday use. So the type of person that would write invoices and read orders. It's not the formal angular script of a scribe or a stonemason, but the script of an everyday worker. And what's most interesting is Tamisabugus isn't a Latin name, it's a Celtic name. So it's a name of someone from around these parts. Made of two parts. Tammy's is believed to be, or to refer to the name of the River Thames, and Sabugus, which means dweller. So our local person, the earliest named inhabitant of Headington, is named something like Thames Dweller, or as I like to think, Thames Boy. So Roman roads crop up in the most unexpected places. This is the line of the Roman road that we were following, and it's now the exit of the BMW factory. We can't go any further because there's another industrial estate in the way, but we'll just skirt around that. But yeah, it's incredible to think this is a Roman road. It goes that way. So this road is actually modern. We're about 20 or so metres to the east of the Roman road. We're right at the foot of Shotover, where the clay for the Roman pottery industry came from. And although this is a modern track, I think anyone from the Roman era would recognise this landscape, these trees, these hills, as being exactly the same as it was at that time, which is why I love running along here. Anyway, let's keep going. So the Roman road is now right underneath the Eastern Bypass, which is quite a busy road, but it's still a road. And this is still the same road that the Romans would have gone on. We'll take a break in a minute. It's about 10 miles and see, I'm quite thirsty. Right, cheers. So the Roman road comes through the edge of this house, skirts the edge of this road, across the modern road, through the hedge, across the school playing fields, and over right up to there where the TV transmitter tower is in Beckley. So that's where we're heading to next. Let's go. So back following the line of the Roman road along the modern road now. Just behind me, crossing point over the river, probably a ford over the Bayswater Brook. And now we got this long uphill climb all the way to Beckley, but the views will definitely be worth it from the top. So the Roman road goes straight through the middle of this field. The modern road takes a detour. Myself, I'm going to take this footpath skirting around the edge of the field, but we'll soon pick up the Roman road again. Let's keep going. So our Roman road comes through the middle of that wheat field, crosses the modern road, and is this rather unremarkable footpath heading out through the woods. But that's where we're going next. So we can see again that we're on the Roman road. We've got this beautiful drainage ditch behind me, another one to the other side, about a 3-4 metre raised path in the middle. We are definitely on a Roman road again. So in the early Middle Ages, someone built a royal palace behind us on the site of the Roman road, which forced the modern road to divert. The palace is no longer there, but there is a pub, and that's where we're going next. So we're only about 10 miles south of Alchester now. As we crest the hill of Beckley, we should be able to see the fires, the smoke rising from the fires of the legionary fortress, and maybe our outriders are there already, telling the legionaries to put the kettle on. We're nearly there, so not very far to go yet. So this is the beginning of Otmore, and thanks to the Ministry of Defence using this as a rifle range and for bombing practice and all sorts of things has meant that it's been free from development. So the landscape that you're seeing here is almost certainly unchanged in thousands of years. It's exactly the same landscape that our Roman and Iron Age ancestors would have known. And Alchester, it's that way. So this is Otmore. It's bleak, it's desolate, it's soggy even in the middle of summer, but it is basically unchanged, so I guess we should enjoy it. So this is it. This is the end of the road. Modern life gets in the way. There's no more roads, footpaths or rights of way that we can follow. We can see the Roman road continuing on aerial photography, but we can't follow it. So we're about 7 miles or so short of our goal. Nevertheless, 17.25 miles, some beautiful countryside. I hope you enjoyed it. Now all I've got to do is get home. This way, I think.